Hello and welcome to Platinum Trading Systems. My name is Paul Scott. I'm one of the senior traders here and trading mentors at Platinum Trading Systems. A little bit of background about me. I'm an ex-bank trader, traded on the futures markets on the London Metal Exchange, and that's the world's largest non-ferrous metals market. Traded in both precious metals such as gold, silver, platinum and palladium. Traded with currencies for some of the world's largest banks and brokerage houses. Now teaching people in the retail market how the real world functions. So how the banks and hedge funds operate, so that we can bring you the understanding of how trading works at the very highest level. What we want to teach you is how to become professional traders and not just your average retail trader struggling to get to grips with how the markets function. Today what I'm going to be doing is taking you through a weekly roundup of the analysis that was provided to our clients this week. All trading is obviously discretionary and is conducted by our clients at their own risk, but let's take a look at what has been achieved this week. As always, our analysis is posted on a Monday morning, and this gives our clients ample time to study our charts, place their orders and wait for the markets to come to them. This is professional trading with professional results, and what we're here to do is to teach you, like I say, how to become professional traders with a very high standard of education, market analysis and our trading system itself. So we want to teach you our trading methodologies and philosophies. We trade in the short term, the medium term and the long term, and have strategies that anybody can employ, helping you to take pips, points and more importantly money out of the markets. We look at the currency markets, the commodity markets and the indices markets. So what we want to do first off is we want to look at the charts that were posted on a Monday, and let's see how the week planned. The first chart that we want to be looking at here is going to be the Kiwi dollar chart. Again, this chart was posted on the 19th, and we clearly said here on the 19th, major support coming in at 67.05. This is the nearest zone. This is a very strong buy area. This is a 40 pip stop loss trade. And what we go for here is a 40 pip stop loss and a 150 pip target. We're going to be looking at this trade. This trade was triggered in this week. We'll be looking at it in a short while. The second chart we're going to be looking at here is the Canadian dollar chart. This trade was actually already open and running from last week, and we'll see trade completion coming in this week. But we had here buying and a position actually open at 128.40 to the long side. A little bit further on during the week, we actually gave another entry on the dollar CAD. This was a pullback entry, so we've actually had two Canadian dollar trades complete this week. That price level was 129.50 on the re-entry, and again we'll have a look at that momentarily. The next chart we're going to be looking at here is the dollar yen. We were looking to short the dollar yen on a retest of 119.60 to the short side. This trade actually kicked off this week, and again we'll be getting to that one very shortly. Now, going back to the prior week, this trade given actually out on the 13th of October. This was the short running on the euro from 114.60. You might remember from last week's weekly roundup, that trade was actually still open and running. It has completed this week and hit target at 112.50, and I'll be showing you that one in a moment. It's not just long-term analysis that's sort of come in for us this week. We've also had some important zone trades come in. So this analysis given out on the 20th of October, stating here an important selling zone on the euro, 113.80. So we'll get to that chart in a moment. So far this week we've actually had a lot of trades complete that had actually been open, which was very, very nice. We've actually taken a total of 739 pips out of the market this week. We've had 7 trades actually kick in this week using a variety of our strategies. We've had 1 loss and 6 winners for a net return of 739 pips. So now let's take a look at the charts and let's see how these trades completed. So the first trade that we actually want to be looking at was that euro position short running from 114.59. As you might recall from last week, this trade actually entering here at 114.59, 114.60 level. Now we have been waiting very, very patiently for the 112.50 level to actually close that trade out. That closed here yesterday. We obviously had Mario Draghi coming out, and again, you know, not exactly very bullish for the euro. The market actually gave up a huge amount of pips just in one afternoon, but what that allowed us to do was to actually complete that trade. So that trade completed there for a total of 209 pips for a 40 pip stop. We also had during the week this trade here. So this short position at 113.80, that was one of our important zones. This trade is an intraday trading strategy, so that's a 20 pip stop and a 20 pip target. So the price came up into this zone, we shorted the market, and we had a lovely 20 pips taken from there. Now going back to yesterday when we had this huge market fall in the euro on the back of Mr. Draghi's comments. Well, when you do have markets that are falling or rising very, very quickly, Platinum's extreme zone strategy sort of really comes into play here. So where is a market actually going to stop and turn around? It might continue in its downward spiral or its upward trend, but where is it going to stop and actually bounce from, giving you an opportunity to get in? Well, Platinum's extreme zone triggered in here yesterday. We went long at 111.70. We look to take sort of 30 pips out of a trade when it gets to these extreme zones. Again, for this was a one-to-one strategy, a 30 pip stop and a 30 pip take profit. So this trade was triggered in here, giving us another 30 pips on the euro. So we've had a very, very nice week on the euro so far. Total of 259 pips taken. The next couple of trades that I want to be taking you through are the dollar CAD trades. Now, again, we had this dollar CAD trade running, as you might recall from last week, down here at the 128.40 level. That was our first entry. This trade went on to complete all the way up here at the 113.80 level. Again, this trade gave us 240 pips. Trade open for 4 trading days. We also had another entry which we gave out. This was on Tuesday of this week, which was a re-entry or an add to the position at 129.50. So this price coming in here at 129.50, and again same target for the other trade up here at the 130.80 level. So giving us a total this week on the Canadian dollar of 370 pips. Again, both of these trades taken with a 40 pip stop. And now let's go and have a look at the Kiwi dollar. So this Kiwi dollar trade here was actually given out again on Monday of this week. So if we actually go back to this analysis, this is what I was talking about earlier. Let's go back and just have a very quick look at the Canadian, at the Kiwi dollar trade. So major support 67.05. Take this with a 40 pip stop loss trade. Target's going to be 150 pips. So let's have a look at this trade and how that panned out. So market coming in here on the 21st, price getting down to 67.05. Again, giving us another beautiful trade here, 40 pip stop, target of 68.55. This target hit coming into completion this morning, 68.55, another 150 pips taken on the Kiwi dollar. Now, we did have one losing trade this week. We are going to get them sometimes. It is a little bit inevitable. But as we were talking about on the chart from Monday morning, we wanted to take a retest of a short at the 119.60 level. So we actually got triggered in here at the 119.60 level. Didn't quite go as planned. Only got down to sort of 119.45. That trade unfortunately stopping us out the next day for a 40 pip stop loss. But, so what have we achieved this week so far? Well, like I say, 7 trades, 6 winning trades, 1 losing trade, a total of 739 pips taken in just 1 week's trading. You know, if you want to get involved with what we do here, you know, we thoroughly recommend that you come across to the website. It's www.platinumtradingsystems.com or www.theplatinumtradingacademy.com. Please go to our free consultation page. Please leave your name, your email, your telephone number, where did you hear from us, and also your country of origin, so that we know the best sort of time to contact you. At Platinum here, we don't just teach you how to trade correctly. We're showing you the reasoning behind the trades that we're looking at, and we want to teach you to become self-sufficient so that you can also do exactly the same things that we're doing here. So we don't just provide education, we don't just provide a trading system, we provide market analysis. We're going to tell you and show you where to buy and sell in the markets, so that you're actually working alongside of the bank's order flow. This is very, very important that you understand this, because the banks control 90% of the daily volume in the foreign exchange market, yet only 5% of the world's traders actually work and trade at the banks. So essentially they are the banks. We also have Platinum Trading Television. This explains a walkthrough of our Platinum trading floor, where you'll find all of our analysis. We're going to show you where the major supply and demand levels are that the banks are looking at, and we're going to be giving you demonstrations going through our charts. So our live trading floor, like I say, explains market analysis and market views. It brings you very in-depth analysis and breakdowns of currency, commodities and indices market, and we aim to bring you the best market analysis available in the retail trading sector today. So that's this week's weekly roundup. Like I say, 739 pips from just 7 trades, 6 winners and 1 losing trade. So don't forget to tune in next week for more updates on our trade of the days and our weekly roundup. Please like and subscribe to the videos, and go and spread the news. Thanks ever so much. Have a great weekend.